Fortune magazine has recognized Louisiana's only state-funded boarding school as one of the world's best. The Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts in Natchitoches is celebrating 40 years of educating academically advanced, college-bound high school students. LSMSA, its abbreviated moniker, opened its doors in 1983, welcoming students from every district in the state. I spent a day at the school visiting with students and faculty and learning how LSMSA is earning high marks in and outside the classroom.
I am trying to pursue computer science, but also growing up for 12 years now, I have been dancing. So hopefully I'm trying to keep that up on the side.
Before I came here, I didn't really have a teacher. It was usually just online lessons. I was able to work with Dr. Jones, who is a very experienced piano teacher here at LSWI, and he's giving me a new light into the music world.
So what made you decide to leave your hometown of Baton Rouge and to move here?
A lot of that is independence, not only in taking harder courses and managing my time and growing as a student, but I wanted to grow as a person as well.
So my grandfather, Donald Gene Kelly, he is the last living founder of the Louisiana School, and I'm the first grandchild to come here. I came here looking for a harder academic challenge, more opportunities to look towards my career options, and to get more exposure.
Academic instruction plus the arts, sports, student clubs, and residential living is the equation that makes the Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts a school of life.
It's the growth that they experienced in those adolescent years as a result of being here 24 hours a day as a living, learning student. The growth emotionally, spiritually, definitely academically is proving itself over and over.
On September 29, 1983, the Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts celebrated its grand opening, making headlines as Whiz Kid High.
It's surprising how many people still don't know that we're an option, and I think that that's one of those secrets that we would really like to be less well kept, so that more families can know what a great opportunity they have right here in Louisiana for their kids.
In 1983, State Representative Jimmy Long of Natchitoches introduced legislation to create a public residential high school offering intense college prep classes to promising juniors and seniors. The state-funded school was open to students throughout Louisiana.
Leesville's in a pretty rural part of Louisiana, so access to opportunities were pretty limited, especially educationally, so that's why I decided to come here to LSMSA, where there's so many educational opportunities and even opportunities outside of that.
So I came here because of the AIT program. It's Artist in Training. I didn't have the opportunities at my old school to pursue art that I was trying to do because I was in orchestra, so I only had one art class that I was allowed to do. Here,
there will always be a need for the Louisiana School. The rural parishes cannot provide what the urban parishes can. So those students need this kind of an institution.
When you start to actually write your first draft, you're going to have several pages that you've already scribbled down.
So we look for students who are looking for more of a challenge, more of rigorous experience than they can get in a traditional high school. We ask students to complete an online application and then submit copies of their grades from previous years, as well as an ACT or an SAT score and some recommendations from current teachers and their principal or guidance counselor.
They're taking the equivalent of 21, 24, 27 credit hours from college, and they're excelling.
Just as the teachers hold students to a high standard, the students expect to be challenged by their instructors.
We teach college level, not college prep classes. These are the exact same classes that I've taught university undergraduates. If anything, I have had to raise my game just to reach their skill level.
What about these values? They're getting further from zero, so their reciprocals get closer to zero.
Many students are graduating with enough college credit hours for an associate's degree, plus plenty of real-world experiences, giving them a head start in their higher education pursuits and career aspirations.
I was able to partake in a program through our sister school in North Carolina, the North Carolina School of Science and Math, where I did research at UNC Chapel Hill, and I researched HIV pathogenesis and transmission.
And what was that opportunity like for you as a high school student?
It was amazing. Like, research has been a dream of mine for years, and I never thought I would be able to have that opportunity in high school.
This is a public boarding school. Students don't pay tuition. They do pay room and board. Now, the school has a generous community of benefactors that fund a foundation offering financial assistance for families in need.
This is called the Live and Learning Community. That means playing sports together. That means reading, studying together. It means crying together. It means life happening. And they're doing all of that while being challenged with a college curriculum, while learning to live away from home for the first time.
They're developing leadership skills. They're also learning how to be young adults, because many of them are getting ready to transition and go off to college and have to do many of these things on their own. So we not only want them to have a really great academic experience, but we also want them to have a true high school experience.
I think this is a particularly special place in that what we're doing here is we're planting horticulturally. The educators here, we're not going to see the fruits of our efforts 20 years from now. And maybe the bittersweet moments of being an educator, we're helping to raise them in conjunction with their wonderful parents. We're not always going to see the beautiful things they're going to do with their life, but we do know, we are convinced they are going to do beautiful things.